Welcome back to another episode of DAS with your boy, Sean Mack. And we all know the tale of Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel were brothers. Cain murdered Abel because he was jealous. He was jealous of all the things he had and all the accomplishments that he had made and all the praise that was stored up on him because of his accomplishments. So he was jealous and he killed his brother. Today I have a similar story, but in the modern day. On July 6th of 2002, former NBA champion Bison Dele, his girlfriend Serena, and their best friend Bertrand Saldo was murdered, and their bodies were tossed overboard of a boat into the Pacific Ocean by Miles Dabbert, the twin brother of Bison Dele. Am I my brother's keeper? I think not. So remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. So let's go. On July 6th of 2002, Dele and his girlfriend Serena Carlin, along with skipper Bertrand Saldo, sailed from Tahiti on Dele's catamaran, the Hakuna Matata. Dele's brother, Miles Dabbert, born Kevin Williams, was the only person involved in the voyage seen or heard from again after July 8 of 2002, when the last of 4 satellite phone calls from the voyage was made. Dele and Serena had previously kept regular contact with their banks and families while on trips. On July 20th, Dabbert brought the boat into Tahiti. He was alone aboard the vessel. On September 6th of 2002, police used a sting operation organized by Dele's family and friends to detain Dabbert in Phoenix. Dabbert had forged Dele's signature in order to open mailboxes in his name and to buy $152,000 worth of gold under his brother's name, using Dele's passport as identification. Mexican police later found Dabbert had been staying in a hotel in Tijuana, Mexico, 2 days before the Hakuna Matata, which had been registered in Tahiti under other names, was found off the coast of Tahiti with its nameplate removed and possible bullet holes patched. At the same time, Dabbert phoned his mother, Patricia Phillips, telling her that he would never hurt Dele, his brother, and that he could not survive in prison. The FBI and French authorities became involved in this investigation, found that Dabbert bought about $200 of weights and was suspected of using them to weigh down the bodies, and concluded that Dele, Carlin, and Saldo were probably murdered and then thrown overboard by Dabbert. The weights with other evidence suggesting that Dabbert had planned the murders. Given that the bodies were likely dumped in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, it would be highly likely that the three would ever be found. These are Dabbert's account of events. Dabbert said he and his brother had fought, and that Serena had been accidentally hit and died when her head struck part of the boat. When Saldo wanted to report her death, a panicked Dele killed him. Dabbert said he then shot his brother in self-defense, threw the bodies overboard, and subsequently fled back to the U.S. Special Agent John Steiner, the FBI supervisor on this case, related that the forensics team examining the boat had not found any evidence to support Dabbert's story, and that, quote, "there's no way it could have happened like that," end quote. It is not conclusively known if Dabbert's story is true, but the story would not explain why Dabbert bought weights, why he allegedly threw all 3 bodies overboard, why there were no patched holes conforming with the bullet holes on the boat, why he used his brother's identity, and why he subsequently purposely overdosed on insulin instead of explaining to authorities what had happened, if the stories were true. On September 27 of 2002, Miles Dabbert intentionally overdosed on insulin, slipped into a coma, and passed away in a California hospital. After Dabbert's death, officials did not expect to find much more regarding this case. A memorial service was held for both Dele and Dabbert. Wow, that was horrible. Kind of hard for me to wrap my head around that whole issue, but I have receipts as always. I have notes. We're not going to be able to solve this because everyone involved in this case has passed away, but we're going to try to make some sense out of what happened. Remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video and the channel, and hit those notification buttons so we be all in your notifications when we drop our videos. Number 1, It was a known fact that these two brothers didn't get along that well. They were always at each other's throats, which is kind of hard for me to understand because Sean Mack, my brother C. Anthony, that does the boxing on this channel, we're like this. He's my older brother. My mother and my father would always say, Corey, C, make sure you take care of your little brother. And then they would always tell me, Sean, make sure you listen to your little brother. Listen to your big brother. So I've had people tell me this, and I know it's true. Me and my brother have one of the closest relationships you'll ever see from siblings. With that being said, they were always at each other's throats. How could you possibly kill one of your brothers? And your brother made it to the NBA, done played with Michael Jordan, done won championships and shit. So I don't understand why you wouldn't just be happy for him. I'm pretty sure he's taking you on trips. He's doing things for you. So it's not like you're not reaping the benefits of him being an NBA player. So I don't understand. I can't begin to imagine why you would kill your own brother. Just a whole nother story for another day. Number 2, Miles brought $200 of weights before the trip, proving to me that it was premeditated. He got him out there. He had the weights already. He wasn't just out there lifting, right? I'm on a boat. I'm on a yacht, a catamaran, the Hakuna Matata. I'm just lifting. Yeah, I'm lifting. Wait, come on now. Let's be real. He had a plan to go out there and take out his brother, his brother's girlfriend, and the captain, Saldor. He chose to take him out, Bertrude, Saldor. So he had planned this from the very beginning, which lead me to believe that he was just an evil person, and he had the plan to. I'll get to that later on what I think he wanted to do, but it was planned. It was premeditated. Make sure you get in that comment section and tell me: are you cool with your sibling? Do you love your sibling, or do you be at each other's throats? And you can possibly see that this situation can happen because of the hate of certain siblings. Number 3. We're going to talk about why Miles said he did what he did. He said him and Bison Dele, Miles and Bison got into a fight, and that Bison girlfriend hit her head and she died. How would they know that? Immediately she hit her head and she died. And they say Saldo, the captain, wanted to call it in as a death and be like, we have a death on the ship. So, and Miles said that Bison freaked out and shot Saldo because he didn't want him to call the cops when it happened during a fight. So that makes no sense. And then Miles say that Bison grabbed the gun, shot Saldo, and then that Miles had to kill Bison because he was attacking him, which just makes no sense. If you run that story down, it makes absolutely no sense. Once again, it goes back to me. Why would he buy the weights? There's no reason to buy the weights. We all know what happened. He bought the weights. It was premeditated, and he planned on killing him. And if it was true that it happened the way he said it happened, why not just call the cops, tell them exactly what happened, and the proof on the boat with the evidence should lead towards you telling the story that's true. Just let it play out. Pray to God that they understand that it was a mistake and let it play out. You definitely wouldn't take yourself out as Miles did. Miles Dabbert took himself out on an overdose of insulin. So obviously he knew the walls were closing in and that he was actually going to be charged for this murder, which would be a double murder. Number 4, and I'm going to let you get on out of here. I won't keep you too long. Why did Miles forge Dele's signature to purchase $152,000 in gold? Why did he go on vacation after the murders in Tijuana, Mexico, on the same boat that the murders happened and tried to patch up the bullet holes? In my opinion, this is my strong opinion about their relationship that they had, he wanted to be Bison. I have to mention this too. I'm not sure if I did in the read, but they were twins, almost identical twins. So they were twins. So in my opinion, he wanted to take out Bison and his girlfriend and anyone that was on that boat. And he hated his brother so much, so he wanted to assume his life. So he took all his IDs, his brother's IDs, and since they were twins, became him, got into his account, went on vacation. So he really thought he could kill his brother, kind of assume his position as Bison Dele, the former NBA champion and NBA star that played with the Chicago Bulls for like 3 years and got some championships. To me, he's one of the worst brothers ever to walk the face of the earth, especially with me loving and having love for my brother the way that I do, and how great our relationship is, to where he definitely wanted to be his brother. So since he couldn't be his brother, he figured he could kill his brother and just become his brother. I won't keep you long. My final message to all that are listening right now: just because someone is your family and your family member does not mean they love you or have your best interests in their mind and hearts. And on that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Death After Sports. Bison, Dele.